What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and let's get into the drama of it all. So in this video, it's just going to be an update on the drama video I did, which is titled Tasha K exposes alleged mistress of Chris Bassett, husband of Candice Dillard Bassett. So this is just an update video on that topic, and if you would like to know my thoughts about it, please check out the playlist. But let's get into it. I was scrolling on Instagram today and I came across All True Tea's page. I tell y'all all the time, that's normally, if I see something, that's the page I normally see it on for Spicy Corner. But I was scrolling and I saw this page and I was like, what is this? And it was a screenshot from the page All About the Truth that got an actual screenshot of Ayanna Williams, the lady that was alleging that she was Chris Bassett's mistress. And so I was like, I know this is not what I think it is. So I actually went to Ayanna Williams' page, and she doesn't have any post anymore, but I clicked on her icon on Instagram, and this post is still up. It's 7 hours old, but this is what she had to say. She says, I lied. I never met Chris Bassett. I never talked to him. I made the whole thing up. I'm sorry that my actions hurt people. And that's it. So y'all, here are my thoughts. We all knew this lady was lying. Even people that don't like Candice were like, this lady is lying. Like, we were just kind of like, something about this doesn't make sense. And everybody could see that something was off. And the two things that stood out to me that made me feel like this lady was lying, well, actually three things, was number one, when Tasha K posted this lady's receipts that she sent to Tasha K, was her termination of pregnancy paperwork. And people Googled it and found that it was like one of the first two pictures that pop up on Google Images. And then the phone number that was associated with the paperwork was to a clinic, I think in either Iowa or Ohio, that has very strict laws on termination of pregnancy. And the clinic's number that was on the paperwork had been closed. Like, that women's clinic had been closed. And it's like, Ayanna had told us that she lived in New Jersey, and New Jersey has pretty lenient laws on termination of pregnancy. So it's like, it doesn't make sense that you're going to another state that has strict laws on that type of procedure. Red flag number two for me was when she showed screenshots of her having conversations with Chris in the DMs with voice notes, and it was on incognito or shadow mode. And it was kind of like, these conversations that she was having were like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And normally when you're having conversations with voice notes, it's normally like at least 30 or 15 or a minute or 2 minute long. Like, you're basically having like a phone call conversation. So it was kind of given that she was having these conversations with herself. And the biggest red flag for me about this situation, where I felt like this lady was lying, is she brung up Ashley Darby. She was like, I don't like the way Ashley, like the way Candice talks about Ashley. Like, I just don't like it. She's very mean and nasty. And, you know, she's with Chris, but Chris don't really love her. He's only with her for a storyline. So it's like, one, why are you bringing up Ashley Darby? And why are you bringing up storylines? Like, if you really were out here in these streets cheating with this man, like, shouldn't you be mad at him that you're saying that he coerced you or forced you to get this procedure done? It's not making sense, lady. So I was like, yeah, she's lying. She is lying. Honestly, y'all, this is such unhinged fan behavior. Like, this is unhinged behavior. And I really do hope that this lady is sitting on somebody's couch weekly to unpack what is going on in her life, because it's one thing to try to ruin somebody else's reputation because you don't like them, because you see them on TV, but it's another thing to label yourself as a liar and ruin your own reputation. The people in your life, I know for a fact in this lady's life, are looking at her like she's a psycho. Because that is the way that I would look at you. Because why would you damage your own reputation in this way because you don't like somebody on TV? And I'm not saying you have to like Candice and Chris, but to go to this extent is very scary and unhinged behavior. And I'm starting to see this narrative about Robin and Giselle where people feel like they put this lady up to this. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it. One, I feel like that kind of absolves her from taking accountability for what she did. But for me, am I fond of Giselle? No, and I slightly like Robin, but I don't think they put her up to this. But what I will say is they need to be quiet now about it, because we've heard Giselle make two statements about, like, see, I tried to tell her, and where there's smoke, there's fire type statements, and it's like, you look stupid now because this lady just came out and said that she flat out lied. And then Robin made a comment too about, well, it's not good for husbands to be in hotel rooms with people. It's like, yeah, girl, you should shut up because you're still with a man who actively disrespects you and doesn't seem to really like you or take your feelings into consideration. So if I were them, I would just be quiet. I would be quiet and just hush up. But I am curious about that blog page, Bravoletta, because she was really out here being like, I told y'all, I tried to break this story to y'all. And I went on her Instagram page. She ain't said nothing. And I went to her Twitter and she hasn't said anything. And I don't think she will. But it does kind of shoot her credibility down when it comes to Chris and Candice, because it's like, you are saying that you did an interview with him and you were saying that, yeah, I saw he liked a couple of your videos and your posts a couple of months ago. And now your main source that was saying this, she done came out and said she lied. So I don't know, ma'am. I really don't know. But this was just an update about this situation. Give me your thoughts below. But remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments.